listen it.
When did you guys start to lose the top?
I started quite young. I mean, 28, 29 already.
25.
You know what I actually blamed it on? Head spins.
Oh, you used to dance.
I used to
good at it.
Yeah. So I think because I did a lot of head spins on concrete floor that I
Wait, hold on. You used to break dance?
not break dance,
Cardboard box.
capoeira.
Oh yeah, dude. I didn't even know capoeira had head spins, but I always know you guys like.
helicoptero, yeah.
Yeah.
You just put your head and then you just like, but and because in Miami, we would do it on the tarmac, on the pavement.
Jesus Christ, dude.
And no head protection.
Yeah.
So we literally get down from handstand and then we get to our headstand and then sometimes we be
Dude.
like,
You got like cauliflower head.
Dude, yeah, Rizal used to be into all these things that would attract the ladies, bro. I swear to God.
I've seen
there was
you do
one
many
time, bro, I
backflips.
remember this one time in Masala, right? And it's a long time. He probably doesn't remember it. So we were on the same lineup, and I was very young and I was very insecure about my comedy. But then again, I was also very particular on who went before me. I was like, man, these motherfuckers that go before me better not kill too hard or take the kill away from me. That was what I used to thought back then. Bro, Rizal goes on, bro. He starts speaking Spanish, bro. And these minas on the front row are losing it, right? He's losing it. I was like, hey, yo, mami, mamacita, something. I don't know what. You remember that one bit?
I don't know a bit.
You know that bit, right? When you go like, yo, man, like, hey, mamacita, blah, blah, blah. And the front row of these minas were losing it. And I was like, oh, man. I was like, you know what? I still probably got it. I went up there and fucking ate shit. Ate complete shit. And I was like, dude, man, I was never going to beat that. Yeah, I was never going to beat that. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, Rizal Van GEYZEL's in the house. Yeah, Rizal Van GEYZEL's in the house, man. Thank you for gracing us with your presence, Mr. Van GEYZEL. How's life, bro?
It's boring lah.
Huh? You've had a lot.
Boring compared to you guys. I'm a dad. I'm a full-time dad.
I would argue that that's even more interesting.
I'm a dad, and now I'm a husband, but I'm still more of a dad.
I would argue that there's even more things going on. Like you don't have a dull moment in your life.
That's true. There's not a dull moment in my life.
Somebody's always screaming in your ear, I need something.
Yeah.
I need something.
What's the last thing your kids needed from you? They called you.
Attention.
Now, Now I'm. They dare not ask.
Huh?
Yeah, they don't ask. They dare not ask.
Has any of them reached the point where you're lame yet? You know, like they always say that, like, when you raise your kids, you are like the king for like the formative years. And then there's some point where like, I want to develop my own individuality. And then you're like, nah, you lame.
It's hard because their friends think I'm funny.
You're the cool lad for the friends.
Their friends think I'm funny. So their friends have Instagram or WhatsApp, and then they'll see my reels, clips and stuff. And then they'll find it funny. And then they'll tell like, hey, your dad did this joke, is really funny. So it's hard for them to...
Yeah. That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
So like, my mom.
But the person I am to them is very different than the person that their friends think I am. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like
You're like the dad one. They don't.
I'm very I'm very authoritarian.
At home?
At home.
Yeah.
Very much so.
What are the main rules, bro? Don't talk back to me, dude. Like,
You
what?
post my
Don't talk
videos
back.
every day. Yeah.
You better like every single video, dude. Yeah.
You have to. You just don't be an idiot lah.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Don't be an idiot lah.
Kids are pretty smart.
I had this feeling not too long ago. Like I have my mom on Instagram. She's all right. She can view my Instagram because everybody can view my Instagram. So she's on my Instagram. She's on my Facebook. She's on. But then she replied to somebody to a thread of mine. You know the it's like Twitter. Instagram, Twitter threads. She replied to a thread. I was like, you know what? I'm not. You can see my pictures, but you can't see my thoughts. so I blocked her from threads. Because that was like the most vulnerable part of me that I didn't want her to have access to. I'm like, look, you can see me photos with friends, whatever, it's fine. But the moment you see the way I think with you not present, that's too vulnerable for me to be. You gotta maintain some kind of facade, bro.
It's so weird that you are so willing to say it out in a public forum. But when it's focused, when the attention is focused onto one person, it feels weird, huh?
Yeah.
But when you were writing it, you don't realize that it's
no one is seeing it.
no. So the irony of the fact that no one's actually seeing it.
Is it because like you're not tight with your mom like that? We're like you're close to her, but not, you know.
We've actually gotten closer in the recent years. Like when she got older, like, you know, it's always a point where like you grow up and you're like you I mean, they're the heroes and then you blame them and then they're lame and then after you get a little older, I get it. You know, I understand. Yeah, I understand the struggle. So I'm at that point where I'm like, I understand now. So like we're friends. You know, we're friends and we're close. But yeah, still the thoughts are I still feel like a bit too raw for her to see and be like, holy shit, that's my son. I raised this guy. This guy's a monster. I don't want to fucking know what the fuck these guys are about. Yeah. But then like, how much of like time being a dad does that take you away from like the rest of the other things that you used to do?
I think I boiled it down to like almost 90% time. I'm 90% I'm a dad. 90% of my time I'm a dad.
Shit.
The 10% is I get to do whatever I want.
Yeah.
My work and all that. Thankfully, I'm very blessed that 10% of work I do manages to supplement whatever I need to do to fulfill that 90%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because you're very
but it's a lot of dad time. It's a lot.
What is dad time?
Yeah, dude.
You know, cooking and you know, making sure that you know fix the leak and you know make sure that there's laundry detergent. You know?
Wait, you're a handyman at home too?
So if I can, I do that. Otherwise, I call the maintenance guy. You know.
Oh, dude, I'm such a puss. I can't do that shit, bro.
I
cannot do handyman. Can you do handyman shit?
Some lah. I fix toilets.
Bro, you haven't even unboxed your boxes. This motherfucker moved into his Subang house. Like, how long has it been?
It's been 5 months.
5 months, 6 months. Boxes are still
I
not
still sleep on the couch.
Can you believe this guy?
Upstairs is not ready at all.
Punya lah pemalas, bro.
Yo,
Unpack.
I got shit
take
to do.
out a weekend and unpack your boxes and start living a life, dude.
I don't know where my passport is. It's like really bad.
What do you think he needs, man? What do you think he needs, this guy? Like, you know?
You need to move out again, I guess.
Just leave on the streets. No,
and it's like, maybe you need a girlfriend. Maybe a girlfriend will sort you out. Maybe
My
like,
girlfriend is
maybe
my
a
girlfriend.
motivation of a woman would get you like, I gotta set this place up. Not even.
That's not gonna cultivate a healthy relationship, though.
Oh, whoa. Yeah.
Because if you cannot have the drive from
To do
yourself,
it for myself.
and then you are dependent on that drive from somebody else.
Yeah.
True.
It's not gonna. You know what I mean? You're gonna end up being. She's gonna end up mothering you. You know what I mean?
Or you know that's not the one. That's how you know. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Hun.
What are you scared of her?
No. She's very nice. She hasn't said anything yet. We're
Right.
very new. I think in like 6 months, I think she'll start yelling at me, and I'll
So
start.
like for somebody to come into that life, dude, like because it's already like I wouldn't say like chaos is such a harsh word to describe it, but it's the only word I can use to describe it. Like you know, there's a lot going on, right? So when somebody comes in, right, what do you think is the best? Like what has been the best contributor to, because you recently got married? So what's the best? Congrats, yeah. What's the recent contributing factor of somebody being in that situation that you feel like, oh man, this is great?
She's there for me, only for me.
Right.
Actually, I don't expect her to do anything for the kids.
Right.
She's there for me. She's there to let me decompress. That I have, to have another adult in the house. For 3 years, man, it's just been kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I cooked something fantastic today.
Yeah.
I got the sundries stocked up. I fixed the blockage in the toilet. You know,
dude.
and then
Son.
these kids don't care. and I have to be like,
that's what you're supposed to do. The kids are like,
whatever you
you're supposed to do that, Dad.
Yeah. But now there's somebody.
damn.
There's somebody who recognizes it.
He's really bad.
And hearing her astoundment, is that the right word?
Yeah.
To be astounded that I've managed to pull this off on my own for 3.5 years is never gets boring to hear. I said, how have you done it? How have you been alone for 3.5 years? And I'm like,
man, I'm just made like that, bro.
yeah. And then like keep asking me that. That's it feels good.
Kept the crack house open for 8 years. That's harder than this. You understand? Which is harder?
The old comedy club used to run,
I think this is harder, lah. I think it's harder.
This is harder.
Crackhouse is easier.
Yeah.
Crackhouse is easier. Yeah.
Which were bigger babies though? Comics or your actual babies?
No, sometimes they be in the same room together.
I want you to tell me, this is very interesting. People don't know that behind the scenes there's a couple of rules that comedians give to each other. Like you, when you were setting up the Crack House, there's certain rule sets that you put together to be like, yo, you guys can't do this. If you want to get better, you can't do this.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you still remember those rules, but if you remember
them.
please share those rules.
Don't tell the audience to give themselves a round of applause.
Yeah, everybody give yourself a round of applause. Everybody, I'll act it out.
Give it up for your host.
Give it up for RIEZMAN, ladies and gentlemen. Your host, he was amazing. Your host was amazing. Yeah, your host was...
Ask a rhetorical question.
How long have you been working? How long have you been working?
You guys okay?
Anybody here like to drink water? Anybody here like to breathe air? Yeah, well, let me tell you something. Yesterday, I had this one bottle of water.
Okay, more. Is there any more rules? Make some noise.
Be funny.
No, make some noise.
Make some noise.
Make some noise.
Don't say make some noise.
Yeah, don't say make some noise.
Unless you're the host.
Clap it up. Yeah, that's for the host.
Only
yeah.
the host and the headliner.
Okay.
There'll be, of course, there are always exceptions to the rule. If you have a joke, then you do it lah. So if you have a joke about the host, give it up for your host, ladies and gentlemen, RIEZMAN. He's off, whatever. He's
can't tell where his accent's from.
Yeah. He's late for his next Food Panda delivery or something. Whatever. If you have a joke, then go for it. But if it's just, I've had people genuinely, open micers genuinely say that, oh no, I'm asking them for the round of applause so that I can muster up energy. So, what?
You didn't have enough energy coming out here?
Yeah.
Like you did psych yourself up ladies and gentlemen, whatever the fuck?
The worst one was when we had an open mic request for an intro song.
Of course.
3 minutes, 3 minute set. Good intro song.
What was the intro song?
I can't remember what it was, but I just told him to fuck off. And I said like, what? No, we just use the playlist.
Right.
And then he's like, no, but I really, it really helps me get into the mood. And I'm like, the fuck,
The song was Humble by Kendrick Lamar. He was too much in the mood. He needed be humble, sit down.
There's a lot, dude. Like sometimes we'll have an open mic with 20 people, and if 20 people are telling the audience, guys, give yourself a round of applause.
I
after the
hate that shit.
Yeah, they get tired.
At some point when you're running a full-time comedy club and it's 8 years, right, you'll get like responsible for the audiences that you know by name and you know their family members and you know that they're weekly they come in and they'll be having conversations with you going like, yo, Rizal, can we stop doing this? Why is this guy always saying? You'll get like live feedback from your
regulars.
Your regulars lah, right?
Yeah.
And the main thing is always like, yo, these guys are repeating jokes.
You guys suck.
They suck. They're repeating jokes. Half a part of you was actually glad you didn't have to listen to those jokes anymore. When
I mean, I mean, the golden rule for me is that say it again only if it's worth repeating, or say it like you're saying it for the first time. Let the audience forget that they've heard it before. Otherwise, chuck it, throw it away.
A lot of your regulars will come watch you. You're such a good performer. You can perform. They want like the oldies.
So they'll be like, I want to hear that story about your dad.
Yeah,
and,
like his fans love him so much. Before the show, can you do this joke, this joke, this joke, this joke?
Yeah.
And like you've seen it already. But it's so good. Do again. It's like you're the only one. It's crazy.
My favorite joke of his is when he pouts to the air, and then he just lets it pause like that. He just does this. And then the whole crowd was like, oh my God, yeah!
For a moment, I was thinking like, what joke? And like, okay,
he just goes, and then he goes like, holy shit, yeah. But that was when you had a black beard, bro. It came together nice. Yours came together nice, bro. It's shaded in like a good shade of white.
My wife calls it my salt and pepper beard.
Yeah. Like mine's never coming. Like, dude, like, you know, it looks like it's gonna come, but it never. I mean, it already. Jonathan Atherton, the late great, used to call my beard reclaim land because it's like neither here nor there. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You also knew Jonathan Atherton? Oh, I didn't know this.
You didn't know? You know, I knew Jonathan Atherton.
I thought he was always here in Malaysia.
I think Faz knew John before me.
Yeah. So Jonathan Atherton was.
who's that?
Yeah.
He's like this
was
white
a wild
dude who came to Asia and then just.
So he came to Asia. So he was he's an Australian comic. I don't know his life prior to this, but he came to Asia and then he started setting up like an Asian stand-up scene. So I think he worked in radio for a bit and then he was like, hey man, we're gonna he looked at a void of like English stand-up, and also there were like expats that were living around this area. So being based in Singapore, he's like, you know what would be good if we provided these expats a Western form of entertainment that they're used to that isn't present right now. So then he started creating a circuit of Southeast Asia for comics from Australia, UK, whoever was fucking with him at that point. Yeah.
It's funny that you brought up John. I had a moment today where I was thinking about him. I think one of the comics that forwarded me a clip of some satire involving Bob the Builder. Do you remember his Bob the Builder bit?
Of course.
Do you remember his Bob the Builder
I only
bit?
heard it from other comics.
So I think the bit goes something like you know, Bob the Builder. He didn't even fucking listen to the song. He doesn't know the tone of the song because
he knows the song.
The way he sang it was different. Rizal, it's Bob the Builder. Can you fix it, Bob the
yes,
Builder?
we
Yes,
can.
we can. But
Yes,
he
we
goes,
can.
can we fix it? Yes, we can.
No, because he's white, bro. Jonathan,
stone
you
deaf,
know,
bro.
he could speak like 7 languages, 4 of them fluently. But deep down, he was still
Still a white man.
still a pasty vanilla.
So what was
White
this?
man
What
lah.
was this? Piece of satire for Bob the Builder that you
The Bob the Builder, I mean, that satire was whatever it is, lah. But Jonathan's Bob the Builder is a fucking classic joke, man. You know, German, yeah.
Bob the Baumeister.
The Baumeister.
And then he
adds an extra syllable to it, fucks up the rhythm entirely.
Right? Can you imagine Bob the Baumeister? You know, and the children are crying, you know? Yeah. And then, but what
children
I
are
want to see
crying.
is a Japanese Bob the Builder, you know? Bob the Builder, can we fix it though? And then he pauses. Everybody, if we already have the mechanics and the right specifications,
That's
I
it.
believe that is a very demanding task, but it is possible. And then he bows down. Everybody's, But what I want to see is a Singapore or Malaysia Bob the Builder. Bob the Builder, can we fix it? Can. And a truckload of Bangladeshis coming in. It's so good, bro. It's so fucking good. Yeah. You remember his ABC bit?
The acronym joke.
The acronym joke.
No one can remember his acronym joke. I'll be very impressed if you can.
I met at ABC at the MRT at AMK the other day. She was a BBW that I quite like. She said she was CFO for something and something. And then she had a PhD from NYU and a BSc from MIT.
Yeah.
She said she want to take me home to a HDB to watch an ACDC DVD on her LCD TV.
He's spitting bars. This white man.
Yeah. And then she I don't want to give her PTSD, but then we got down, we had a little bit of I forgot something, and I found out that she was actually an SPG with an STD. Yeah, right. And then I went back home and I called her. I said, check out your CB, you got a VD. Boom. Yeah. So it's a whole performance thing, but she was so good. There was chunks in there that I missed out.
Legendary human being. I tell young comics this.
On stage.
On stage.
Off stage.
Oh yeah. I forgot all that. This dude's banned on a
stage.
flight. He's punched a stewardess. Oh my god.
Off stage, he was a cunt.
Yeah.
But he was our cunt.
Yeah.
He was. Yeah. He was
He's like wild, dude. I only met him like 10 times. Yeah.
But you have stories about him already.
I only have one, which is when I started, he's the open micer guy lah. Like, sir, can I perform? And he's like, how long have you been doing comedy? You need to know. I've been listening to like comedians on podcasts, and this one guy, Gerard Carmichael, he's like, "Oh, dude, in LA, I had to lie. I told motherfuckers I was doing comedy for 4 years just to get stage time."
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's how I thought how comedians got, and I really did.
Right.
And I told John, I do comedy like 2-3 years. He's like, I never do this, but for you, I'll give you 4 minutes. Usually I give 3, but you, I got a good feeling about you. 4 minutes. And I come back next week, dude, I bombed so fucking hard for 4 minutes. It was so bad.
Was it a
Comics still talk to me about it. It's like, bro, you're one of the worst bombs I've ever seen. I had like a out of body experience.
Were you sweating?
My eyes were like heavy. I'm blind.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening, and then I just blank out, just white. And then Jonathan's like, fuck this kid. He never talked to me, and he left to Singapore, and he told all the Singapore comics, fuck that RIEZMAN kid, blah 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 blah. And then like 4 or 5 years later, I like worked on the craft of comedy. I bump into John. John's like performing here. He's a layover here, so he's only here for like 6 hours. So he comes to a show. I was closing. He's like, whoa, you're a closer now, huh? And I'm like, sir, please go after me. You take my time. It's okay. And I did my set, did well, and he did well. And then I got to redeem myself. Yeah, I took him to Maulana TDDI.
Nice.
And then he died a few months later after that.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, someone blame. Yeah, I don't want to blame it on you, but I think that added to it. Wait, you took him to Maulana and then he died several months after that?
COVID lah. Yeah, COVID.
Wait, hold on. So he was already, because he had a massive spinal injury. You know this, right? From he fell from a staircase.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude, he has all these stories. Bro, there was one time, right? We were out there. And we were at Orchard Towers. At that point, Orchard Towers in Singapore was Orchard Towers. It was like the 4 floors. It was the 4 floors.
No more now. Huh?
No, they've already taken out that element of 4 floors a whole. It's like,
what is it?
Cleaned it up.
It's just a building. It's just a commercial building, bro.
What would be the four floors of horror in Singapore now? It's like what's the second?
I don't think there is. I think it's cleaned up already. They don't have anything like that. Yeah, they don't have. Are you cold, bro? We can adjust the.
I'm okay.
Okay. So like I think we went there and then he was like, yo, Faz, I'm here at this Thai restaurant. You know, come and see me at this Thai restaurant. It was right after a show. We rock up there. He's out there, and then there's this transgender woman next to him. Like, I don't even know where she came from, right? And then I'm like sitting in front of him, and he was like, yo, man, you know, the food's here really good. Because the one thing about Thai hookers is they put anything in their mouths except for bad food. And then, right? And he's like eating, right? So he's eating. I was like, yo, let me. And for some reason, him and the transgender woman, like, they're like tight. They're like homies, like proper tight. And he's all like semi-flirting, semi-broing this guy, because you don't know what the gray area is with this, but I'm going to be a bro to you. And I also like, you also a chick, you know? And he goes, and he swears to God, bro, I swear to God, this happens right after me. Yo, let me show you something. Fucking takes the legs. Whoa, oh, nothing. I'm like, yo.
Picture an old Australian man wearing batik, just doing this shit.
I imagine that whatever it is that was in Australia that happened, right? I mean, God rest his soul. We'll never speak ill of the dead. It was all good times. But if Asia was the tame version, I don't even know what Australia was for this guy. Yeah.
Dude, everyone knows. I'll watch like a random, like back then, I'll watch like a random Joe Rogan podcast, and then he'll have a comedian on, and a comedian will just tell Jonathan Atherton stories. Like, this guy's been everywhere, man. Oh, really? Yeah, I forgot which one. I'll find it later, but like, yeah. Jesus Christ.
I only know the one about Arimati.
Yeah.
Talking about Jonathan.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But on Joe Rogan's podcast, he was mentioned.
Yeah.
Throw away name.
Just throw away. Like, people come up to me sometimes from back in the day, and they were like, yo, man, you remember like remember we met when we were like, you know, John? And I was like, oh shit, like you were, oh shit, man. God
I hope you put a picture of him in your clip.
That's good.
He's
in the clip, if this ever makes it as a clip, I don't know. That ain't good. Yeah, ain't good. You get a lot of time for stand-up, bro, in a week?
Not as much as I want to.
Yeah? What would be ideal for you usually for a week? Like you think it's healthy for to maintain?
Every day, bro.
Every day?
Every night.
Every night?
At nighttime is, you know, my kids go to bed at 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
I can call the babysitter at 8 o'clock. By 8:30, I can leave them. And then right now, somebody's minding my kids, you know.
Right.
Otherwise, then when I finish this, I'll go back and then she leaves. If I could have a gig every night, that would be great.
Right.
That would be great.
Right. Right. But it doesn't take away from the fact that you're kind of like you're a pioneer in like setting up gigs here too. Like, you know what I mean? Like the scene, a big part of like the shows that are set up are your shows, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's still like when we first started out, you have to do your own show.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I heard your shows like
I have to be the person who books me. I get a venue, do a show. I text message myself, hey, are you free? That's how lonely I am.
I heard
bro. Hey, can you headline? Yeah, sure, I got you.
Bro.
I heard when you start comedy, like you, Papi, Calvin, would just go to Changkat and then just go to like whichever had a stage and a mic.
I know. I mean, it would be somewhat organized. The YCOM group is what they used to call themselves. Young Comedians of Malaysia. Papi Zach, Calvin, Chiho, Neto, and a few other boys that stopped doing it. But they would go to La Bodega and Bangsa and a few bars in Changkat. I wasn't part of that alumni. I came after. I came same time with Jason.
Jason,
the Time Out Comedy Thursday wave. This is when it really kicked off. The Time Out Comedy Thursday was our masala. Every Thursday, first Thursday of the month. Or this over glorified open mic. In the old Zouk, what is now Pelita lah. This is Zouk before it was in Trek. It was in Jalan Ampang opposite Hotel Maya.
Wasn't Pelita next to the zoo? Or this was the... Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Opposite Hotel Maya.
Fuck.
Next to Angkasa Puri. Jalan Ampang. I know this. You know what I mean? Like this is my area. This is where I went to school, you know. I'm very familiar with that area. So, back then it was 200 people, packed room.
Holy shit.
Open mic. None of us knew what the fuck we were doing. All doing 10 minutes, 15 minutes. The show would go on until like 12:30, 1 o'clock, you know. Audience would be relentless. Relentless.
Oh,
Hosted by this expat editor called Matt Bellotti. Englishman. Sweet guy. Not funny, but really nice guy. Which is what we always say about people who are not funny, right?
Yeah.
What a nice guy. What a nice guy.
That's the worst thing that you can say about a comedian is like, yo, man, he's a good dude.
Nice guy.
Yeah, he's a great dude. Like
always drives comics home.
He had his charm. He had his charm on stage, enough to get the show rolling. Sometimes he would indulge a little bit, but then I guess we all did that. Except we were funny.
Great dude, excellent smile, send me home. You know,
Matt Bellotti. Yeah. So the Time on Comedy Thursday. That's when I started. That's where Jason started. This is
How old are you?
2009. I don't know. Can you do the math for me? I'm 43 this year. In 2026, in 2009, how old was I? These are 3 Malay boys trying to do math, guys.
I checked out. I'm like, he probably
I
said
think
like 14?
It's probably the same age.
28. Around 28.
28, I only performed in that night, like you talk about like twice. I think the first night, I think Chiho was hosting, and then the other one was like somebody else.
Bro,
was hosting.
you walk out of that room thinking like you are a fucking rock star, man.
Not me. No, I was Singaporean. They were like, yo, fuck this guy.
Really? Yeah. The vibe,
Yeah.
That's all you need to do. Just go up on stage and say, "Fuck Singapore." The crowd lose their mind.
Yo, that still works. That still works.
They hated my ass. They were like,
still
yo, fuck this Singaporean dude.
It was.
That still works.
Yeah.
Every time I'm almost bombing, I'll pull out that card. Yeah.
There was a Canadian performer. He was living here, expat.
Scott something.
Yeah, Scott. Steve Northcott.
Yeah.
He wrote a song called "I Hate Singapore."
Yeah.
And it would be the closer bit.
Kill.
I
can imagine.
Kills. Yeah, you just take that formula and you be like, oh, I'm in India, like yo, Pakistan, you know, Pakistan, India, like just any rival country would help. But like, do you feel like it's still the same now, 2026? Still?
Yeah, dude.
I don't think so. I think it's kind of hack, man.
It's hack.
Not your audience. The audience, a lot of them don't watch comedy.
It's corporate lah.
Yeah.
You can still get away with it at corporate. I know.
Yeah.
I do it.
Like 6 jokes about Singapore.
Make money. Whatever.
I remember coming here for the first time and then hearing those jokes. I was like, oh shit, we didn't write anything for y'all.
No, because it's punching up.
Yeah.
It's punching up. First, it's punching up because Singapore is greater economically. They are better, you know. So any joke about them, it's punching out. And that's the essence of doing stand-up. Is make fun of the big guy.
Yeah.
Singapore was our big guy.
When I was in radio, we couldn't talk
Mind
about...
you, Barisan National was in power then, so we couldn't say much about our own.
So, I was working in radio, couldn't talk about
Is
politics.
it different now? Is it different now?
No, actually, it's a lot more. No, now you can say whatever you want. Now the government takes criticism well. I always say they take criticism
It's
well.
seasonal.
Yeah.
It's
But
seasonal.
back then, when it was single party all the way for decades,
years. Yeah.
Wow, cannot. You mention anything about UMNO, you mention anything about
Barisan.
about Barisan, wow, you get special branch coming at you. Yeah. Now okay. Now you can go at it lah. Go make fun of all the political parties. Right? That was okay. Yeah.
It's like better received now because they're a bit more open. The Madani government is a bit more
No,
open.
I wouldn't accredit it to any political party. I wouldn't accredit it to it. I think they just the tolerance has built up.
Yeah.
Because everybody started doing it. They could not police it anymore.
Yeah.
But back then social media was kind of new. So whoever did it, it would be very apparent. It'd be very obvious. So they can still clamp down because there's a singular a line where it's coming from.
Yeah.
But now it's everywhere. How are we gonna? How are they? Gonna
Every day somebody is like getting, I don't know.
Yeah,
like
it's
fined.
either some
It's too
TikTok
much,
or
it's too much.
some guy or some live or something like it's too out there already, bro. Yeah, it's too out there. You just can't you can't blatantly say the things that you're not supposed to say, lah. But the what. But other than that, bro, it's pretty out there, bro. Yeah. Did it take a while for you to start posting videos again after that whole Crackhouse thing?
Only because I had a court order to say that the court order was very confusing because the judge said that I'm not allowed to post anything regarding this case. That's what the judge said verbatim. I was like, no, not verbatim, but it's pretty much what he said.
Right.
But on paper, it said I'm not allowed to post anything, period.
Yeah.
So they took a while to change that. So there was like a good 3 months when I was offline, and I must say it was really relaxing 3 months. I was scrolling on Google a lot. Headlines.
Reddit.
Laoyat
thing. Laoyat forum.
What's Laoyat? What's Laoyat?
Laoyat is our local Reddit.
Okay.
Still got people. Still got people.
Okay.
And then when they changed it, then I started, I mean, it wasn't, I don't think there was any threat in posting content online anyway. That whole thing was just circumstantial.
What do you, sometimes I see you posting stuff about like the Crackhouse, like presently you'll be like, yo man, what because the anniversary just passed, like, not too long ago. And of course we reminisce about the times of the Crackhouse. Like what to you was probably the one thing that made you really miss about the Crackhouse?
The pizza business.
For real?
Yeah.
Not even the stand-up shows?
Not even the stand. I think
apart from the stand-up shows, there's a.
I think in the 8 years that we ran, the
last 2-3 years of pizza.
3 years felt the most meaningful.
So he would also be behind the counter and make pizzas while the show's going.
Because it was like the pandemic business. The pizza was a pandemic
it was
business.
a pandemic business.
Yeah.
So
your forearms were crazy, by the way. Your forearms from the pizza every day. Holy shit, dude.
So for a lot of people that don't know about like the Crackhouse's run, like, it was a legendary run, right? It was a legendary run of 8 years. Talk about how it was at the height of that. Like what life was like at the height of that.
We would cram in 200 people in a place that can only fit 80.
What was the program like? Like on a Monday or a Tuesday?
In 1 month, we would see 3 headliners from Europe weekend after one after the other. So every Friday and Saturday we'll have Carrie Marks. I mean, well, obviously these bunch of names only the 3 of us know, right? Nobody on distance probably don't know. But you know what I mean? We have headline after headline after headline.
So is that what you say? Like it gave you the requirement of like, Monday to Sunday, there's always something going on.
There's always something going on except for Monday. Monday we will close.
Okay.
So Tuesday, new material night. Wednesday, open mic, open crack.
I was here for a bit.
Yeah. Thursday, improv or bahasa night. Friday, Saturday, headliner night. Sunday, I think it was like, I don't know. Sunday and Monday we will close actually. Yeah.
Right.
We will close on Sunday and Monday.
And this was like a packed house every single night.
Not every single night lah. Not
Okay.
every single night.
The headliner nights
Headliner.
confirmed.
Headliners, we had
Yeah,
at
yeah,
least
and
an average about 60, 70 people on average.
Shit.
On
Yeah.
average. And that was already too many people.
Yeah.
So one thing
Yeah,
MCO
nice.
taught us was how many people is actually allowed inside that shop lot.
80.
We didn't know. Back then,
grabbed
200 people.
200 people
yeah,
in
man.
there.
Joanne did
You
like
clubbing,
250
when you go clubbing back in the 90s,
yeah.
right? When you're like shoulder to shoulder,
Yeah.
that's how it felt. That's how it felt. People literally shoulder to shoulder, and then once the show starts, nobody's paying any attention to the fact that it's hot and it's so cramped up.
I've never actually felt like it was very hot at the crack house though. I've never felt that. Like whenever I was there, I've never actually felt like, yo, man, I'm suffocating in here. Never. Like even though when it was packed, it always felt like it was a well air conditioned room. I don't know. Maybe this was the last few years when the aircon was.
You might have seen it when it was like 200 seater, but
Yeah.
some nights 250. Like Joanne, there's one night.
Yeah.
bro, fucking like you could have 20 aircons in there. Bro, it's so fucking hot.
Okay, so
Comics
maybe-
had to go downstairs, no space. The sound guy is like kind of like
Fair enough.
crouch, gave his chair away. It was really fun.
I've never
It was
packed
really
the
fun.
house like Joanne has
Yeah.
at the crack house.
Joanne,
At that point in time,
wow.
it was so probably I didn't have. that
Joanne used to
experience
pack the house. Harith used to have a line. People lining up outside Hong Leong Bank. Douglas also. Douglas used to have a line coming out Hong Leong Bank.
Audience walks in, 80s music's playing. This white dude, Jonathan, is just fucking yapping, yelling, and
Yeah.
and he's making everyone feel at home. The
And
comics.
he's smashed. He's
Yeah, he's
plastered
like
drunk
hammered,
at that
dude.
point of time.
He's hammered.
And Rizal's at the corner going, this fucking guy. I'm trying to run a fucking
very
business. And this guy's fucking off his head. And then he comes
Heckling the open micers.
heckling the open mic.
Heckling the open micers.
And Rizal's going, you fucking asshole. I'm trying to run a business. And he's opening another bottle of wine that's what he didn't even sign off on.
Yeah.
You know? And he's like opening bottles up and it's like, yo, Rizal's coming to him like, yo, these are for the customers. You fucking
Comics are like having a panic attack. What material to do? Because
Yeah.
there's like 250 people. And
They will
Fucking
ask Jonathan, because John will be hosting
Yeah.
some of the open mic nights.
Yeah.
What's the order of the night? Be funny.
He's like, no, you idiot. Like the order of the comics. Like who goes on first? Like why are you so drunk? Why are you so drunk? And he's like, I miss my kids. Which I get. You know, which I get.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he used to do
Crackhouse.
that. And yeah.
And then after the show, people hang out till 2, 3 a.m. lah. Yeah, that was like the peak of Crackhouse.
I feel like the indicator of like a good stand-up, like a comedy club, is the want of the comedians to hang out after. Like if they really want to hang out after the show and kind of like a community that's built based on that club.
That was only special to the scene in KL and Singapore. Because the consensus I was getting from the headliners that would come from the UK or Australia was the fact that how nice it was that in Singapore and KL, comics hang out with each other.
Yeah.
No, you know, in where they're from, wherever it is, from London to Sydney, they just do your spot and then they fuck off.
Yeah.
No one sticks around and then talk about it, you know.
Ron Jossel was here recently. And I'm like, hey, Ron, do you want to grab a grub to eat? And he's like, I'm good, man. And I'm like, okay, he usually comes. And then he thought I said rug and tug. So
Wait,
apparently,
wait.
yeah.
What are you talking
Some
about?
comics.
No, you said, would you want to get some grub?
Yeah, grub. And he heard you want to get a rug
Get
and
a
tug.
rub. Get a rub. Like,
yeah.
I know.
That back in their scene, after the show, you get jerked off at a massage parlor, you go home. That's it. He's like, well, you guys eat here? You guys lepak at the mama? That's fine. I want to do that. And then
Wait, so the norm is to get a tug before you get a meal. Like or then getting a meal.
After
No
show,
For him,
after
is
show.
after show getting a tug
and I
is
go
something
home.
that's like more like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
I'm
go-
not doing that.
yeah,
Rather than get food. Oh, you meant food.
yeah.
So that was the
Yeah.
surprise. Food was the
Yeah.
surprise.
Dude, he's been doing comedy for like 20 years. We're like, I'm exaggerating, but we're like the first people he ever ate with after the show. Like, hey, this is really fun. Comics should do this more all over the world. Like, what? You don't do this? What? Because there's no mama there, no.
Dude, he's real Filipino, man. He likes the taste of like Southeast Asian food. Dude. But as you can tell, like he's like super Americanized because he starts eating rice with a fork, and I'm like, bruh, you know what I mean?
I took him to Johor, like a pondo, where there's like no toilet, no place to wash hands. This man has never felt more at home. I love Ron Jossel. He takes everything.
Cool. Yeah. So you met your wife in Johor. Speaking of Johor,
We were doing a show in Johor, and I saw her sitting in the audience, and I remember telling all the comics in the back, I said, I cannot do crowd work on that section of the room.
Were you hosting this show?
I was hosting.
Yeah.
And like, and I kind of like told him as a warning, and like, be careful on the right side. This is why there's an absolute stunner sitting in the front row.
Stone Cold Stunner, bro.
Yeah. And then, turns out that was my wife. But I did not know until we were already dating. And she told me like, because I met her then at another show in KL. You were there, September 11th.
Yeah. September 11th.
When the whole show...
That's your first day, kind of.
Never forget.
Never forget. When the whole audience in that show was being the unwilling wingman. Do you remember or not? Because I was hosting, doing usual crowd work, and then when it came to her, I started to get like fumbly with my words. I was like fumbling my words. And then I just...
Where was she?
She's in the front row.
Front row,
right
bro.
at the front center.
So I said, I'm so sorry. I said, I get very nervous when I talk to pretty people.
Oh, shit.
And then I went, so let me talk to this ugly fucker here. And then show went on and on and on. And then I was writing material for my single fatherhood show, which is the chunk about me being single. So the minute I mentioned that to the crowd, I've been being single for 3 years, half the audience started pointing.
Yeah,
like, next to her, there's an empty chair. Next to her, there's an empty one guy.
Hold up. So was this like your usual Crackhouse audience that knew you, or this was just
some?
Okay.
But you know,
they felt the vibe in the room, and they were like, "Yo."
They felt the vibe in the room, and they were like,
"Yeah."
Hey. And then I said, like, I wish I had recorded that night. Because I actually said, like, come on guys, don't make it awkward. You know, she come here, she's an audience member, she bought a ticket to watch the show. I'm here working, trying to perform. Okay, don't make it awkward. So what are you doing after the show? After the show, we she was waiting for me to finish.
She went there by herself.
She went by herself.
So she was already a fan of you.
You could say that.
Yeah. So she was there for when you ask her, like, now that you guys are married, you guys have, you talk about like the times when she was single and she came to the show. Did she tell you that she came because of you?
She just came because she likes comedy shows.
Right. So in no particular like there's no one comic that she was trying to find or trying to be there for. She just wanted to be part of the vibe.
Likes comedy shows.
And she just shows up by herself.
Yeah. She was there for work, and she just so then we chatted after the show, and then I started doing my usual, awesome pickup game, which is to mention that I'm a practicing Muslim. I have 3 kids, 2 are not my own, and I have a crazy ex-wife.
Hot.
Oh, dude, hot. Wet. Basah, bro, lecha.
Yeah.
What?
No, it's like I found myself purposely shooing girls away.
Right.
You don't want any of this. That's what I was doing sometimes. You don't want any of this thing that I got. I got so much baggage. So much. You don't want. And she basically went, I won. Or
More convenient for you to lay it all out at first and be like, this is what you're dealing with.
I think being a single parent, you have a deterrent to keep all the people, the time wasters away.
Right.
All the toxic people away.
Right.
What are you here for? What you want to me? What you want to me? You want to hit and run? Sorry, wrong place. Go to Changkat Bukit Bintang. Go there.
I'm here for hit and help.
I'm here.
You are what's called a lover boy in Gen Z term, lover boy.
Hit and help a bit lah.
Or I'm what they call gay.
Hey, gay's in now. Okay. Yeah. We're appropriating from gay culture.
But I feel like I've always been like this. I've always been like this.
Wait, but then you were in a I've known you for a long time. You were in healthy relationships. You were in toxic ones. Which one more fun, bro? Real talk. I mean, like, of course, being in a healthy marriage is good for you, the kids, your life, or whatever. But when you reminisce,
depends on what you want to define, what your definition of fun is.
A roller coaster ride where while you're in it, you feel like, holy shit, I'm gonna die, and then when you're out of it, you'll be like, oh man, that was fun, but I'm never getting on that shit ever again.
Malay woman.
You know?
Yeah, that's not fun. That's not fun. That's stressful. That's very stressful.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you still get flashbacks of like when do you think like the toxicity of the relationship that you probably had before drew you off of like, yo, now I got kids, man, I don't want to bring that into the life.
Having somebody normal now has made me realize what an abusive relationship I was in before.
Right, so you realize it
But
now.
having somebody normal, when she says things that are normal to me, I realize like, what is this kindness I'm getting from my partner?
Yeah.
What is this compassion? I've never had this before. Then are you okay? She's like, yeah, I'm fine. Are you okay? So this is very cool. I never had this. But then I realized, oh wow, all those years in my previous relationship, I've been getting the opposite of what I'm supposed to be getting. You know? So yeah.
But it's always the toxic. I mean, like, you gotta have one or two toxic
You
words,
need to know what is bad, to know what you want.
Yeah. But it's like, you know, we're still
You give you receive what you put out now.
Yeah.
You are with the partner. You know what I mean. The partner you are with is a projection of who you are. You know what I mean? You treat yourself like shit. You gotta find somebody that will treat you like shit too.
But you also don't want to get into a point where you're too used to the feeling of being treated like shit, and then that's home for you. You know, you don't want that to then be the feeling also. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Because you know deep down, you deserve better. Everybody deserves to be happy. Everybody deserves to be this happy. You cannot go around lying to yourself and think like, oh, it'll be okay tomorrow, or it will be okay tomorrow. It's not. It's not. You're justifying the abuse. You're justifying the toxicity. You know.
But it's been a healthy couple of. How long you been married now?
Very short. 5 months now.
It's longer than the time that you've known her, which you're right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And every
Shit,
day
man.
you love her.
You're
more
keeping
and
it traditional, bro. Out here, just
very
you
traditional.
know what I mean?
Very traditional.
Yeah.
We saved ourselves for marriage. The first time I touched her was after we were
Big
solemnized.
risk, big risk, big reward,
Yeah,
bro.
big risk. You could say a lot of people will say, "Oh, when you know, you know. When you know, you know." Actually, you know what? We didn't know, but we know enough to make a commitment to each other. On the third date? On the third date already, I proposed to her. On the third date already, I proposed to her. On the third day, I proposed to her. This is all in my show, but fuck it, I'll say it now. On the third date,
don't do it in joke form.
No,
Do it in story form. You know what I mean?
this is actually, but that's the story form portion of the show.
Okay.
But yeah, I was in. You know, she had already met the kids.
Yeah.
She met my ex-wife. She been to my house. She knows what I do for a living. So after all of that, I basically went, how? You really want it? She said, I'm still here. So I'm still here, aren't I? Like, okay. And then I said, so normally this is the moment where we hold hands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I want to talk to your dad first.
My man, this guy is ruining it for the rest of us. You are ruining it for the rest of us.
And then she started weeping. She started crying.
Don't nod. What are you doing nodding? What are you? This is not normal.
What do you do on your
This
third
is
date?
not
What do you
normal.
do on
Don't
your third
nod.
date?
What do you like? This is the right way. This ain't the right way.
She starts crying, and I asked her, why are you crying? And she says, I've never met a man who's never wanted to touch me before. And then I said, no. Don't get me wrong. I want to touch you up. It's just that, I want to do it the right way this time. So 1 week after that was the third date, proposed. 1 week after that, I met her parents. I already met her parents. Met her parents. 4 months later, we got married. And like I say, people say, oh, when you know, you know. It's not about knowing. It's knowing you've been through so much that you can make a decision to commit to somebody. You can decide, no matter what, I'm going to wake up with you and I'm going to decide that you are the person that I'm going to dedicate my life to. Yeah. And whatever preferences and it's all bonus.
Yeah.
If it match, good. If not, you will learn.
Yeah.
You're resilient. I mean,
What happens when you're hit with the whole like, oh, did I do the right thing? This is permanent though. Like, what happens when you get hit with that?
what do you mean?
Like you know when you're like because having a permanent decision always comes with fears, right? So like some fears lah, but which obviously like you say you're telling yourself whatever, so like you're confident in your decision. But like, do you ever have doubts
Like
in your
voices in your head,
voices
like,
in
are
your
we doing
head
the
that
right
tell you
thing
like
here, man?
that where the fears are coming from? Where they be like, are we sure we're doing the right thing or not? So how do you like silence those voices?
The fears is not that whether she is the right person. The fear is more from
Whoa,
me. Whether am
shit.
I the fear of being inadequate. Whether or not if I can live up to the task or not. That's where the fear is, and that fear is it becomes the driving force lah. You know, she's a hyper independent woman. She deserves a lot better than me. She will hate me for saying this, you know. But I always feel like she deserves a lot better than me. But she,
man.
you know.
I'm just glad you didn't have to go on the apps. You know what I mean? Like nowadays,
Yeah.
I tried going on the apps, bro. I can't fucking do it, man. It's a lot of confidence to go on the apps. You know what I mean? Like just be out there and be like, here's my face.
I gave it a go. I gave it a go for like 2 months, and after that I stopped because the women were being very sarcastic. Also, and I will, you know, our friend Ollie.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Ollie talked me into
Yeah.
going on the app. Ollie said, "Get on
Ali
the app."
Tando.
Ollie Horn.
Ali Tando.
Get on the apps. I was like, get on the apps, get on the apps, get on the apps. He was being a proponent, you know.
Yeah.
Get on the
Yeah.
apps, get on the apps. I don't want to be on the
Yeah.
apps, you know. Also, you know, I'm a bit of a public figure. I don't want to go on the apps and then people
Yeah.
see me on the show. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It'd be
Yeah.
kind of weird. And then this is Ollie's exact words. You'll be surprised how discreet women can be. That's what he said. You'll be surprised how discreet women can be. I turned up at a music gig in KL, and there'll be a girl that will say, "Hey, Rizal, I saw you on Bumble."
Ah, shit.
Out loud.
Super low key.
Super
so
low-key,
So low key, yeah.
So this is like, yeah, I went
Yeah.
home that night. Delete.
No,
Yeah.
that because Ollie, I mean, I'm thinking of Ollie, because when women date you, they have to keep it a secret. You understand? They can't. What are you telling Rizal these things? Ollie, like they don't want to tell the world. but yeah, like you. Oh shit! I saw you on Bumble.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Macam tu.
Damn.
In front, while you know, we're with a bunch of musicians and you know comedians around, it's just singing out loud, like the fuck.
Bro, women talk, bro.
You know
They're
what I'm saying?
not discreet at all.
Yeah.
They talk to each other, bro.
And then you can tell the tone whenever I was like, you know, texting some of these girls, and you can tell that they're just so jaded with men. You know, they're like, when you start off a conversation with them,
Yeah.
you're just trying to start a conversation with like, you know, you try and, you know, icebreakers like, you know, stupid things like, you know, if you were to be a Disney character, who would it be? You know?
I'm just trying to keep it fun, bro. I'm just trying to keep it fun, yeah.
Their answers will come back so sarcastic, you know. They're like, which one do you resonate with? And then, you know what I mean? Like,
Just answer to them.
yeah. But the souls are like,
Yeah.
That's exactly
Fine,
what.
I'm Aladdin. Okay, just pick one. I'm Aladdin.
delete.
Yeah, I'm Aladdin. Just pick one.
That's exactly what Mulan would say. You're Mulan. You got Mulan energy, dude.
He's got Mulan energy.
Yeah, you got Mulan energy.
But like,
Mulan is the only Disney cartoon that I did not see.
Oh, Mulan, dope.
yeah.
Mulan, dope.
Yeah.
You loved it.
Very, very shamefully because that's the Asian one, right?
Yes.
I've seen Raya though. Raya is
Raya.
Is that the
I
Malay
haven't
one?
seen that one.
Indonesian.
Moana is actually the most recent princess I've ever I've seen. Moana, the recent one. Dude, you know the show K-pop Demon Hunters. So I went to Jason Leong's house, right? And then you know he left for a show, whatever. And then Arya, this little kid, goes like, "Uncle Fuzz,
Jason's daughter.
the daughter comes like, Uncle Fuzz, what should we do? Can we do a fashion show?" And I'm like, yo, I'm already sleeping in this guy's house. Layan lah. Okay, fucking lah, layan lah. Okay lah, what should we do, man? We put turban on. Okay, fashion. Ladies and
Perfect.
gentlemen.
Wait, what?
Like, whatever lah. We do with the things, the toys, we make a fashion show lah, right? So it's like, okay, you go first. Okay, from Australia. All right. Then she looks at me. She goes, "I'm from Malaysia, silly." And I was like,
She's
I was
sassy.
like,
She's
she's
sassy.
smart. So like done, and then we're done with the fashion show. And she's like, "What should we do now?" And she looked at me. "Do you want to watch a movie?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's watch a movie." "Okay, let's watch K-pop Demon Hunters." Goes to the mom, and then the mom comes out. "You're gonna watch K-pop Demon Hunters?" "Yeah." "Oh, dude, you're gonna be a fan after this." And I'm like, no way. And then she sits down, right? Sits beside me, turns on K-pop Demon Hunters. "Have you watched it?" You ever? So I watched it, but I thought, man, this is gonna be some shit. I thought it's gonna be gay.
It's pretty.
This guy's gonna be gay. It's gonna be gay, right? I started watching it, bro. I was hooked.
Oh,
Excellent plot, animation on point, songs are bangers, right?
Yeah.
And I'm over there going like, yo, we need to X out all these demons, bro. These demons be, you know what I mean? Like I was there and I was hooked onto the story at every point. And I was like, yo, no wonder like these kids are really on it. It's really, really good stuff. So
back in our day, it was Gem and the Holograms.
Gem and the Holograms.
Gem and the Holograms.
Ain't nobody know Gem.
Gem and the Holograms.
I don't know Gem and the Hologram. I don't know Gem and the Hologram.
And like K-pop Demon Hunter, but in the 90s lah. These girls, Josie and the Pussycat. Josie and the Pussycat.
Yes. Bro, shout out, high five. I've always been a Caitlyn fan. Okay, high five. The one Asian chick on high five. When I was a kid.
I vaguely remember high five.
Do you guys get high five here in Malaysia?
Yes.
You do?
I vaguely remember high five.
The Australian.
Yeah.
They
Got
got
the teenagers.
Nathan, the little gay dude. Yeah. And then they got like Kathy or Caitlyn or something. The
Don't
Asian
Google
one.
any of them. They're all probably OD'd or
No.
like dying.
They're good.
Okay.
They're good.
I'm scared to Google anyone famous from the 90s. I'm scared. Like it doesn't end well for a lot of them.
I don't like it when legends grow old, man. I'm not the kind of guy that likes to watch my legends grow old.
Die young.
Yeah, I somehow feel like if my legends die young, good. Tupac died young, bro, good. Biggie died young, good.
You know what I thought was funny when Ozzy Osbourne passed away. Somebody said, "Gone too soon." Like, no, man. Did you see
At
his
the
last
young age
performance?
of 90.
At the right time, he lived a full life.
Full life.
Yeah.
Let him go.
When celebrities die young, it's good because like if Kurt Cobain was still alive, he probably tweet some weird shit.
No.
Like MAGA for life. You know what I mean?
No, because you don't know if Kurt
You know what I
Cobain was
mean?
going to be a mega guy.
Yeah.
No, but here's the thing. Ozzy is one of the rare occasions where the legends actually didn't become corny the older they grew, right? Like he actually got cooler the older he became. But then a lot of these rappers especially, they don't age well, bro. They don't age well. Eminem, some nerd now. Eminem, some wordy nerd. I liked him when he was an angry white boy, but now he's some wordy nerd. And I'm like, all right, because he's got money. And then Diddy became Diddy, right? And then who else? I don't know. Like Wu-Tang Clan's not.
Rizal's talking about anime on podcasts.
Yeah, maybe
It's kind of cool.
Maybe Method Man.
Cool.
Method Man works out, looks pretty good. Nas stick to what he was always doing. But yeah, seldom the legends grow old and they
Stay
they
cool.
always become corny
Cool.
or something.
Amy
happens.
Winehouse, if she's
Amy
still
Winehouse is
alive, she'd probably have weird podcasts. I don't know, man. You know
No,
what I mean?
Amy Winehouse, she probably have a spiritual awakening.
She go like, what's it?
Because you were living the White House life.
Oh, yeah.
You were living the White House life
Yeah.
before the spiritual awakening. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. They some of the celebrities they die young because I don't think
Yeah.
we'd like them if they get old. I
Yeah.
don't know. That's just, that's my opinion.
Spiritual awakening. Did you get that in jail, bro?
No,
No?
I got that in Cherating.
Mm.
So when I got out of Remand, my partner Shankar told me to get in a car, put the kids in a car, and drive away from the noise. Which is pretty ironic considering that we were thinking that the noise was coming from the most conservative parts of Malaysia, in Pahang and Perlis and Perak and Terengganu. So that's exactly where I went. I went right into the belly of the beast. So funny enough, to get away from the noise, away from KL, but into the conservative parts of Malaysia where the people were persecuting me. Or supposedly we thought.
Yeah. Online.
But once I got there, nobody, people recognized me, but they were not hateful at all. Not hateful. Like, hey, Abang Rizal. Hey, steady bang, steady ya. Okay, ambil selfie boleh? Take selfie. Like, yeah. So yeah, and I found myself one day waking up 5:30 a.m. and my now ex-wife, she's like, wait, what are you doing? She says, I'm gonna go out. Where are you gonna go? I want to go to the masjid. I just had this feeling.
What time was
to
it?
go. This is 5:30 a.m.
Wow.
So Subuh was like around 6 a.m.
Right.
So then I already Googled where the masjid was, right?
Right.
And I went there with what was it? Like a oversized Pearl Jam t-shirt with a kain batik. Things that men shouldn't really wear in the masjid.
Should have been Nirvana, bro.
But I walked in there and
Nirvana would have been a better
No. I had
pick the
taste.
other side. Pearl Jam.
I walked into masjid. Nobody gave me any weird looks.
Yeah.
They might have just thought I was a tourist, whatever.
Yeah.
I remember how to pray. I went to government school, right? So I joined Jemaah. And then prayed. After prayer, I came out, went to the car and just started crying for like half an hour or like 45 minutes. I just felt like I was wasting a lot of my potential by chasing after being just going in the wrong direction. That the road to salvation is the way for you to live out your true potential.
Right. This was the vision that you saw.
This is the vision I saw.
The path that was shown to you. Right.
Cried and cried. Driving slowly.
Was it a relief feeling? Was it finally I got?
No, it was just overwhelming. I was letting out. I just couldn't stop crying. Just couldn't, like bawling by myself. Bawling.
Baby bawling.
Yeah. And I wanted to stop, but I couldn't stop.
I
just kept crying. And then when I got back, I told to my now ex-wife, and she was very happy for me at the time. And then shortly after that, we got a call and we found out that my stepkid's biological father passed away.
Okay.
Yeah. This is happening in the same span of that time.
This guy, jail, this kind of thing.
But kids biological. And they were 9 and 10 years old.
Yeah.
So we had to break the news to them.
Fuck.
And to see
Were they close? Were they close to him?
They were close to him. Fuck. They were close to me. But of course, that is their dad.
Yeah.
You know, I was Papa, that was Daddy.
Yeah.
So I saw them absolutely shattered. Absolutely distraught. And it's nothing more heartbreaking than to see children so young lose a parent.
Yeah.
I lost my mom when I was 36. You lost your dad recently, right?
Yeah.
But we are adults.
Yeah.
We can process it.
Yeah. It's a natural,
Some would argue that being younger is easier because you have a bigger support system. You have more adults there caring for you. And then some would argue that. But I don't know.
We'll never know.
We will never know.
I guess we'll never know.
But when you're young, when you're 9 and 10 years old, man, imagine that you'll never get to see your dad. You never get to relive those moments again. There's so many regrets, you know.
And those moments that like you wish you had, you never even got the chance to have because he went away so early. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So then I also figured that, and I remember when I was consoling them, one of the things I said to them was, I've always been your backup
dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always been your backup dad.
Promoted.
So I'm here for you. And I know that this must be very hard for you. I will do whatever I can to make sure that you don't lose another parent in your growing years.
Yeah.
It will happen again, but when you're old like me, when you're older, much older, like my age now. Back then. I was 38 then. And that was a turning point lah. And then I said to my now ex-wife, I said, we need to rethink our lives now. So we can't be half-ass parenting. This thing has to stop. We got to pick one or the other.
I honestly thought at some points of those story was like, and then I turned to my ex-wife and we need a divorce. Like I was just like on the same day.
That one later lah. Then
Makes it easy for the kids to process. They can't process both. They can only choose one. Divorce or dad. Dad lah. Oh yeah. That's a good strat. Dude.
I was like, damn, these kids are like, God damn, guys, give us a break, jeez.
But it was in this humble masjid in Cherating. And then less than a year later, I found myself in the Holy Land in Medina and Mecca, which I never thought I would.
You went with a group or?
Went with a group.
Okay, cool.
And I never had any desire to go.
Right.
It was my stepson that asked me that question. One day I was driving him to school. He was like, Papa, what's the name of that black box people walk around? It's like, called a Kaaba. It's called a Kaaba.
Chill out.
And he's I don't know, what a suck up. Huh?
Chill out, bro.
So, I found myself buying a ticket, flying there, going there. And then the same thing happened. Bawling, crying.
Oh, when you were there?
When I was there.
Right.
Both Medina and Mecca, bawling, and then people always ask the question, which one is your favorite? You like Medina better? You like Mecca better? I told them God is omnipresent?
Omnipotent.
Omniscient?
Omnipotent.
You can feel God's presence no matter where you are.
Yeah.
You don't have to necessarily go to a holy land to feel
Presence of God.
The presence of
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
You can be in a humble masjid in Cherating as well.
Yeah, because that's where you felt it for the first
Absolutely.
time. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You go to Mecca to be surrounded by the most that are doing it at the same time as you. Lo.
Yeah.
It's like the Coachella.
It
Is
the Coachella of
a Muslim festival.
Yeah, Muslim.
Prayers galore.
Prayers galore.
Prayers galore.
I've been.
Muslims of every genre.
Yeah. Yes.
Muslims
Yes.
of every genre.
Yes, dude, that was the
Have
most.
you-
Yeah, and they all, as one.
Have you ever
been? Huh?
Have you ever been?
I haven't been, but a couple of my homeboys were like asking me if we wanted to go on an expedition. Just to kind of like.
If you go
get into
bring
like
multiple slippers.
Yeah.
I went also.
Have you went?
I went with my dad and like, whoa, dude, we within 20 seconds lost our shoes.
Right.
Yeah, because they constantly move their shoe racks to create weight.
You bring a tote bag and then you put it in your tote bag and then you.
This is
carry
before tote bags were a thing for. This is like 2000 brood.
Right.
And then now we're barefoot. And then did you do the potong rambut?
Yeah, you shave.
Shave.
I shaved
Right.
before I went.
Right. So you didn't have to do
Whoa,
that.
save some
Yeah.
for the.
Yeah.
Save some for the.
Save some for us. Yeah.
Yeah, I chickened out. I just took like one fringe, one of the.
Wait,
Bieber.
you didn't shave?
I had a Bieber thing going.
Wow.
It was working with
Wow.
some gals, so I
Wow.
couldn't. I'm
Wow.
so sorry.
God would have been able to help you with that, man. Like you
I
didn't-
cut immediately. I find my shoe.
You see, you believe in God, but you didn't believe in yourself. That's the problem. Like you can't.
So me and my dad are like, yo, we got no shoes. How do we go back to our motel,
Yeah.
And then we walk out. We're like, yo, people are gonna stare at us. We got no shoes. We
Yeah.
walk to the closest mall, get food. And then we're like, oh, wait, they're all doing the thing. I forgot what it's called, but nobody's wearing shoes. You wear just a white robe and then just barefoot. Yeah.
All the way out.
All the way out, yeah. Everyone's barefoot there. So it's like
Damn.
the easiest place to be barefoot there. Lo.
Damn.
Yeah.
How long do you spend there? Like 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Whoa, 2
Right.
weeks?
4 days in Medina and then 10 days in Mecca.
Right. Right. So then right after that, you come home and you were like, all right, man, like my path is set. Now I've got a spiritual awakening. And then it got you more on would you say it got you more on a systematic path towards
No, I
like,
relapsed when I got home.
Nice. Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
I relapsed. I buka account baru.
Hey, man, it's a long process, bro.
Yeah,
It's a long process, son.
I relapsed hard. And then you realize how you can take
What year
take
was
things for
this?
granted.
Wait, what year did you relapse?
2023.
I wasn't around. Fuck,
I
was it here for
relapsed
the Rizal
hard,
relapse.
bro.
I would have.
relapsed so hard.
I would have been here for that.
So hard. And then even the motivation to pray also left me, and that was honestly the worst punishment you can ever have.
Does it help you with comedy? Like being like spiritually sane? Does it help you with comedy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cleaner, I mean, you're sharper. Yeah, because when you are on substance, you already reached the high already. You're on stage. The work is done already.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because
Right.
because when we are on stage, we are trying to. We take the audience with us. We are driving the
Right.
vehicle, the comedy vehicle.
Yeah.
Everybody's at the bus lah, if you will, a big audience
Yeah.
40,
Yeah.
50 people, okay?
Yeah.
In the bus, okay? But if in our head, we already reached the destination, we tell the audience like, hey, you figure out yourself lah. I'm already high already. You know what I mean? Yeah, but if you start off with the same level with the crowd, you guys ride together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come with me on this journey.
Yeah.
Let's go, everybody. It's a nice place we can go to. We're gonna forget all our problems. We're gonna have a good time, and then we all go lah. But if you are already wasted, you're already buzzing. You go on stage, you're like,
You're not here.
yeah, like,
I'm not. It's my responsibility to get you here.
Yeah lah,
And I'm here.
You guys figure out lah. Okay, everybody, give yourselves a round of applause.
Yeah. Make some noise for the.
Make some noise for your
by the way,
MC.
how long have you two been together though? Let me just. How long have you two been dating? Yeah. No, it's just. Or he doesn't know, but she knows, or he doesn't. Yeah. You want to die sometimes.
You're like calmer, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You kind of like don't need that validation from too much. You're like, I'm already.
You were a good example. When I was in my Jahil days in Crackhouse, because you were clean. You didn't drink. You didn't smoke. Right? And then I always say like, RIEZMAN gets high on comedy. And
RIEZMAN,
because
do you still? Is it still clean for you?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
no,
Let's
no.
just move on.
Because you had a very stable persona on stage. You were not erratic. You were, you know what I mean? Even when you were when it wasn't going your way, when the crowd was not responding, you have very good composure. And that's generally what I wanted. What I feel like I have now is good composure.
Damn, I saw you while you're performing. Oh my God, this man's a rock star. He's like, the energy changes when he like gets on stage. I want that.
I won't be real. I like high Rizal. Like, I mean, it's good that you're sober now, but the high Rizal was actually a joy to watch as well. You know,
you still crack it though. Sober you now. Yeah. You still crack it hard.
I mean, now I'm not saying now is any like, you know, like it's great that he's on this path because he's got kids and life and shit. But watching high Rizal smash it, that's a different experience, man. Because you know he doesn't give a shit. And you know he doesn't know he's doing and you know he doesn't know he's doing it. Correct. But that was the only relapse. And then you back on track. What got you out of the relapse?
Just, you know.
Kesedaran diri ya?
No, you see, you know, I mean, it's, you know.
Was it a long time?
I was like 3-4 months. Dude, you remember you saw me at one gig? I was like so skinny. Yeah. Yeah. It was bad, bro. So bad.
You're not eating?
Yeah.
Holy shit, man.
It's just relapsing. It's so bad. But
it's been good so far.
And then I learned that sometimes, and then I remember I was starting to lose, I lost the urge to meet my 5 prayers. And then I learned that is actually a punishment in itself.
Son.
Yeah.
I think you fall so you can learn to pick yourself back up.
And then when you realize that, so somebody was, I heard one of the stories about a guy who was sinning his whole life. It was like gambling and taking drugs. And finally, when he met God, he was ready. He was ready to go to hell. He's like, yeah, I know I'm going to go to hell. I already, I sinned already.
This is a story told or a story of some?
It's a story told.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm going to go to hell already, right? So I already did so much bad shit already. And then God puts him in heaven. And he's like, what? Why you put me in heaven? He says, you didn't know. The whole time, you were paying for your sins.
Always never know your next move, man. You never know this next move.
Damn, what a plot twist, man.
What a prophet.
My thing is, I'm scared like when I die, God is like, so how was heaven?
You know that this is how every male, you know that this is how every Malay male hangout usually ends in a mama, with us just realizing about God. And then just talking about how we've been inadequate to God and wanting to get better. Right? But like right after we talk about bullshit, the end of the hand. This is how we know we're reaching the end of the conversation. Is when we all of us are starting to
about our salvation.
It's always. Have you ever hung out with a bunch of Malay dudes? It's selalu macam gitu. Like at the end of the hangout, it's like, sudahlah bro, kita ni semua kat sini sementara. It's always that, dude. So that's how I know. I was like, dude, we really are 3 Malay dudes hanging out because. We really are 3 Malay dudes hanging out. Because I was like, why are we here? Oh shit, it's been a while. Yeah. But dude, it's fun, man, when you see someone like really find their happiness. Because my brother is he's also had a spiritual awakening. Not
the young one.
The younger brother. I only got one brother. So like I think everybody has kind of like their time, and and I guess his time met him, and he seems more stable. He was also off the rails lah. For a long time lah, sama juga lah. Yeah, he was also off the rails for a long time, and then I think spirituality got him a bit more. He got married, same thing. No, I mean 3 years lah. But before he didn't go as traditional. But yeah, you see people like that sometimes. Yeah, I think a lot of the fears that we have sometimes as people who have not reached the enlightenment is like we are afraid that we lose the friend we used to have. Like. Although I know as friends, we're supposed to just follow your evolution, but also there's a fear that we might not be able to keep up with your evolution. You know what I mean? Because we are not enlightened as you are.
That's what my ex-wife felt like. And that's why we split. She couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
And that's a very common occurrence in a couple where if one person is on a spiritual journey, the other one will get left behind.
Yeah.
There's no way around it. They will get left behind.
Unless they both go on the same.
Unless they both, like I say, you make a decision, wherever you go, and then, like one of after that third date with with current wife.
Yeah.
She asked, what are your non-negotiables? And I said, what's yours? And she gave me a non-negotiable, like, I want loyalty, I want commitment. I was like, okay, standard. Don't worry, I'm serial monogamer, I like,
You're killing me right now, man. My girlfriend's right there. You're killing me right now, bro. She's
not even paying attention. And then she asked me, what's your non-negotiable? I said, and I told her, I said, we make Allah number one. We make Allah number one, and everything else will fall into place. Everything else will fall into place. Not even you, not even my kids. Nobody has priority except the Creator, except the Most High.
So that's for you. Like you don't negotiate with that. Like,
that's not negotiable.
That's okay.
So even we could be fighting, we could be quarreling, throwing stuff. If it's time for prayer, go start everything, go pray.
Right.
After you pray, things okay. It's like if we put God and both of us are here, we will find a way.
I used to do it all the time. When I was getting yelled at by my mom when I was younger, I would just wait for it and then just go start praying. She can't get mad at me. I have like 10 minutes where she will not hit me with a rotan.
I'm not proud of this, but I was a child at that time. I would pray for her to die.
My God, dude!
Because I'll be beaten up so bad. I'll be like, God, please, or something. Never worked out. Obviously, I was a child. God. You know what I mean? But
it worked on the other parent. Oh my God! Oh my God! You can. Oh my God! Oh my God!
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're right. So I think a lot of the reason of why like the old couples used to work out for many decades is because they had that as a pillar, like they had like, okay,
yeah, that's a boundary.
Yeah,
that's a boundary. Yeah.
It's actually it helps. It helps. But what do you feel? What do you feel? If you don't mind me asking, like so the people that get left behind, who cannot keep up with your like spiritual evolution, like the friends or maybe the people in your life, like whoever.
I realize that your circle of friends becomes smaller and smaller and smaller. But that means there's an adage about this. There's an adage: God hears things that you don't.
Right.
So they were friends that you were once in your life. Now they're no longer part of your life because they might have said something about you that you didn't hear.
Right.
So God took care of them for you.
Right.
That's what.
Right.
That's
you didn't have to go through any kind of conflict.
You don't have to go through any conflict.
You prioritize the ones.
I realized, my circle of friends started becoming smaller. When people started to like, because all they want to do is just bring you back to that. Yeah. To that level again.
Yeah.
Come on lah, one more lah, bro. Come on lah.
Yeah.
Come on lah, it's okay lah. Won't hurt you, man. One more lah, one more, bro. And they blow you. One more lah, bro. One more. And then you're like, nah. After a while, they get like, don't want lah, Rizal, no fun lah. And there's a bit of longing. You're like, oh man, why can't they just accept me for who I am?
Yeah.
They can hang out. They can do their whatever shit. But their guilt will not allow them to have me in their presence. Because they know deep down that they're not supposed to be doing it. This is the way to do it. Perhaps I might be speculating here.
Yeah. That's more respect you get from people if you're consistent for the longest time. They'll be like, you don't waver in your principles and you stick to it. Then you get a different kind of respect from those guys. Like, cause you're like, yeah, man, he doesn't, Cause that's what I realized for a lot of the guys, that when you like waver in, like, if you are easily swayed by their persuasion, then they know that you're kind of like, wishy-washy with it.
They take advantage of that.
You don't get the same kind of respect as the same guy that goes, nah, it's a forever no, bro. Yeah.
So I have very few people that I know are very close to me, and they are also, pious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's nice.
You've got people on your same level. Like, you've got people that are your new friends that are on the same level as that. Yeah.
Very few. Like one or to.
That's all you need at 40 plus, bro. That's all you need. You don't need a posse. You don't need a gang, you
You
know?
got Poppy going to the mosque with you and stuff? No?
Yeah.
I bump into him.
Yeah,
at
that's
the
good.
mosque.
Yeah.
It's so weird to see. I've seen Poppy. He's like a 7 foot tall man.
Bro,
just
he's the
walking
biggest
in.
human being I know. Like, I don't know
He needs
anybody.
like 8 prayer mats. Just
Bro,
like, this is a large man.
He is the largest human being I know. Every time I see him, I try and take him down because I know I'm just a fucking leaf to him. You know, like he just pushes me and I'm just flying across the room. He's such a huge human being. Yeah. But yeah, he wouldn't. Yeah, he goes to the mosque.
Every time he takes wudu, like
Friday
the
lah,
wall.
Friday.
Bro, this motherfucker was hikes the whole, like you went to Edinburgh and then you hiked up the hill in your juba. Remember that?
Yeah. So
It's funny. So he hikes up the hill and then he sends a selfie and you sent it to Jason.
Yeah.
You were like, and he just be like, look at Allah's creation, bro. It's so beautiful. And Jason said to me, just like, bro, help your friend.
after a while, I needed to level out little bit lah. I need to level out a little bit. That was 2023, kan? Yeah, that was after I had done Umrah, just before. Yeah,
Edinburgh was after Umrah?
Edinburgh was after Umrah.
Yeah. How did you like Edinburgh compared to the Melbourne Fest? Like you've been to like more festivals. Like we both were at the Melbourne Festival, but I've never really been to Edinburgh. So what would your Edinburgh experience be like compared to your Melbourne experience?
I think I preferred Edinburgh.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I think that the people were not the audience felt like they were there to celebrate you. They were happy to see you. For Melbourne, comedy is so saturated, so they're so jaded there.
Yeah.
It's like another comedy night.
Muslim.
Another comedy night. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here's the setup coming. Oh, they got
I
a punchline.
dare you to make me laugh.
You know, Melbourne crowd, they've heard it all, they've seen it all. You know, whereas when you do Edinburgh Fringe, I think half the people, if not more, they are from somewhere else. They're not from Edinburgh.
Yeah.
And they are there to celebrate art, to celebrate.
Yeah, they love it.
Some would say
They
it's
love
the
it.
Mecca of comedy.
Yeah.
Some would say.
No, it's not. It's not Haji. It's Edinburgh. Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
Stupid.
How do you still do the 5 prayers when you're doing like Edinburgh?
So
Edinburgh,
luckily, it was easier in Edinburgh than in Melbourne. In Melbourne, the closest praying facility is in University of Melbourne,
Right,
which is actually near to my venue where I was doing the Malaysian All-Star show. So that was actually okay, like quite convenient. But there's a mosque, there's a huge mosque right in the middle of Edinburgh's central business district. I don't know if they call it that, but where the festival was happening. Big
comics are there?
mosque.
Other comics you see? Like the Muslim comics that go for the show? No.
Nah, son. They're
So,
the bar.
what do you
Yeah.
what do you pray before going on? Like, I hope Jason bombs tonight. I hope. I hope Jason bombs.
Okay.
I hope none
Honestly,
of his punchlines
it was like and again, I have this in my show where the most convenient thing to have is a private lounge where you can put your head down, have a nap, charge your phone, use clean toilets, and take part in their free 5-a-day yoga sessions. You know? It's very chill.
Yeah.
So when you go back out and you're fly ring, you're fresh.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody come for my show. And then you can see all these other comics, they're so like tired. Like that. Why, bro? Why? Oh no, man, I just want to have a nap somewhere, you know. I want to charge my phone. I charge my phone in Starbucks. They kick me out after 20 minutes, you know. Like, well,
That's your,
Well,
that's
let me
your time.
suggest an alternative venue.
That's your time.
come for the toilets. Stay for the peace and tranquility.
Yeah. No, I like mosque for the reverb. You know what I mean? The reverb's really good. The inside reverb of a mosque is power, bro.
Oh, the reverb.
The
Sound
reverb
system.
inside
Okay,
the sound
okay.
system. Not the sound system. Oh yeah, you used to do a joke about that. Mosque sound system.
The sound system.
Sound system is solid, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always like the stick that they will hold on to during the Friday the khutbah. Like the guy, like the giving the khutbah,
khatib.
right?
Yeah, we'll hold on to
that
it.
stick.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I always thought like, you know, that thing had magical powers or something. Yeah. Like he was holding on to it. Like, you ever seen
It's a
it?
Singaporean thing. I don't know. I've never seen
Malaysia
this.
also have
No.
lah.
been a while.
How was you, bro?
Listen, when I'm at the mosque when I was younger, I'm just WWE wrestling the other kids at the back. You know what I
Fair,
mean?
fair,
You ever
fair,
seen the kids wrestling?
fair.
they use the Quran stands as like steel chairs and choke slam.
Straight up.
And then one dude will swanton bomb one other guy from the top. It was
Malaysia, same thing. You go to the mosque, at the back of the mosque, these kids are
it's
messing with each
WrestleMania.
other, bro.
It's
This is
WrestleMania, dude. Yo, it's WrestleMania. Poppy's there, like choke slamming little kid. That's why he's there. He's just there to practice.
And can I just say that this whole being a practicing Muslim, I did it before October 7th. Like, you know what I mean?
I did it before it was cool.
Yeah. So like when I was in Edinburgh in 2023, I was wearing the keffiyeh.
I was already about it.
And people see me with the keffiyeh, they're like, ooh la la, nice.
What is that? Is that Louis V?
Very nice. Now,
Chanel?
you wear keffiyeh, it's a political statement.
Yeah.
And you're following the trend, you know? But I miss wearing keffiyeh outside. I mean, you know what I mean?
You're like mad your indie band got mainstream, you know?
Yes.
You're mad. Your indie band got mainstream. And now you're mad. It's like, I was listening to that before you were listening to that.
Yeah. Now I go for subuh prayer in my local surau. They were like barely enough to fill up the first line. Now they're like 3 lines everywhere. You have to go early to get front row.
I mean, it's a great thing, but like, I'm a little bit mad because, it's good. It's good. Let's talk about these shows, man. Like, what's this?
You're heading to Edinburgh soon.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, you are?
Yeah,
Again?
I registered for Edinburgh this year. Yeah. And I'm bringing 2 hours there. I'm bringing the Arrested Hour.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm bringing Single Fatherhood,
Okay.
the sequel to Prison.
Okay. You're gonna be there for a month?
I'll be there for the month, 6 to 30th.
My man.
Yeah.
My man. So you're gonna get so sharp, bro, by the end of that.
That's why I go. That's why we do festivals. That's why we do festivals.
So
Because you
sharp,
come
bro.
back and you're like, what is this power? Is it-
Hours. Yeah. I have a half of mine to go for 2 weeks just to do the rooms and stuff. You know what I mean? Not even just to like do a solo show, just to like scout around, do the rooms, get good. Yeah, get good at these shows. But you are doing shows in Malaysia though. Like, what are those dates again? Can
I'm
we
doing
talk about those dates?
JB on the 27th of June, Penang on the 4th of July, and KLPJ on the 18th of July.
So,
And this one is a brand new show called Single Fatherhood, the sequel to
It's very
Prison.
funny. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Very funny.
You get them tickets on Rizal and GEYZEL's IG link, bro. He's on that link on the bio, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the link's on his bio, man. And looking forward to see that shit, man. Like, is this your first time? Wait, this is a long time since you toured these cities, right? Usually you're with a lineup show and everything, but now you're like, this is your own hour. Solo hour.
I just took it to Hong Kong to see how it fares outside of Malaysia, right?
Yeah.
And then I had this feedback. So I performed it to the Hong Kong crowd, a lot of white people, right? So I asked them, two of them, as they were leaving, they were the last ones to leave. I was like, do you guys mind if because I'm really trying to polish this hour before I take it to Edinburgh, you know, where there's, predominantly
Asian audience.
white audience, you know. So as people of yourself, of white inclinations,
Ignorance.
All right,
I don't know how I put
of
it. Right?
Caucasities.
I was a lot more eloquent and politically correct like that. I told them that as white people, how did you find the story? Are there any holes in the story? Are there any? I'm hoping for like something, that they could provide an insight that I cannot see. You know what they said? You're very good with accents. Do more though. Do more the accent. Like, then I realized, white crowd and Asian crowd same,
Yeah.
They just want to hear
The shit.
the funny stuff.
the
They just
funny
want to
stuff.
hear the accents. Do the Chinese
Whoopity
voice.
whoop.
You can get away with
whoopity
anything
whoop.
if you do it with a Chinese voice. Yeah, you get away.
You gotta coon a little bit. You gotta, But like, those are the entertaining things. If you can get if you can tell your story beneath all those things and they still receive your story, you get the 1, 2 or the 5 people out of like the 20 people, and those guys will keep coming back just because they now know you for you. That's what I've been learning about building an audience as well. And like, it's a slow process of like losing the old audience and like maintaining a new one from the stories that you tell. But yeah, it's evolution, man. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah.
See you guys at the Riyadh Comedy Festival. Can't wait.
Oh, fuck. How much
Can't
are they
wait.
paying me for?
Can't wait. I don't know, man. But
How
they'll
many
call.
people?
They'll call. They'll see
Yeah,
us.
they'll call
see
the
us.
Riyadh Comedy Festival.
Yeah,
They want to
they'll
call
see-
Americans now. Now you gotta call Asians.
Yeah.
Yeah. First pick Jason Leong lah. I mean, my boy Jason Leong.
Dude, if we go
He
to-
will do Tiananmen Square also, bro. He will do.
He would convert if he could open for Chappelle. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yo, if we go to Mecca with Dave Chappelle, oh my God.
I miss him. Dude. Okay. So, Rizal, thank you so much, man, for coming through to the pod, brother. I
Thank you for
really
sharing.
appreciate you sharing your stories and shit, bro. I hope you had a good time as well right now over here. And yeah, dude, we look forward for these shows, man. Look forward to these shows. I hope to... by the way, you have this is going to come out late, but you have a show on Thursday, right?
I have a show this Thursday.
This Thursday.
Greatest hits.
Right. Can I hop on?
Yeah,
Can I
come.
hop on?
Where
Okay,
is it?
okay,
Hop on.
I'll
Where
hop
is
on.
it? Hop on. Please
This
help
Thursday.
me sell more tickets.
Where is it?
I see how
It's in Seoul City Hub. So it's a cool concept where I write a bunch of my premises on a piece of paper and I throw it in a big.
Yeah.
And I ask the audience to pick, and read it out loud. So I read like four one go. So he'll say one premise, and then that is my set list lah.
Hey, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And then there could be one that says do 15 minutes or do 10 minutes of crowd work.
Yeah.
Do some dark jokes.
All right, guys. That's been Rizal, man. Thank you very much. I hope you guys had a good time. I'll see you guys soon. Ciao.